Warning, this content is for entertainment and educational purposes only. This video is brought to you by First Detachment Nutrition. Battle tested, expert formulated. Use discount code AB10 at checkout for 10% off. All right, folks, Big Paul here today, and we're going to do the second leg workout of the week. I split my legs in half. The first leg workout is quads and glutes and calf focus. This workout is more hamstrings and adductors, and I split it up because last year the judges told me I needed to bring up my hamstrings, so I'm giving my hamstrings sort of their own workout. And adductors make up something like a third of your leg size. Most people neglect to train adductors, so we're going to hit those, make sure we're getting some good size on our adductors, and we're going to get to it in just 1 second. All right, so first up we got seated hamstring curls. I usually alternate between seated hamstring curls and the standing leg curls. Sometimes I'll do lying leg curls, but I feel like I get more activation on the seated hamstring curls. So we start off with this one first. This is, and what I'll do is I'll follow it up. I want one motion, one exercise where I'm doing a contraction and the other one where I do a stretched movement, and the stretched movement would be some sort of stiff-legged movement. Sometimes I'll do stiff-legged deadlifts with a barbell or dumbbells or with cables, but that would be the next movement that we have up. So seated hamstring curls, I buckle myself in really tight so I can get a good contraction on these. The big thing I see on these is that guys use way too much damn weight. That's a recurring theme you'll see with all my stuff, and they don't get a good contraction at the bottom. So with this, the most important part of the movement is the contracted part. We're going to use the stiff-legged deadlifts for the stretch portion of the movement. So we start off with this. I'm going to probably do about 4 sets, and then we'll go from there. All right, so this one we have the stiff-legged deadlifts with the cables. Usually I get the cables lower, but the damn thing won't go lower. The machine's broken. But I like this because I can get additional range of motion on these that I cannot get with dumbbells or barbells. I do the dumbbells and barbells sometimes. I'll flip-flop between workouts, but for today we'll do it with these. And then you'll see what I mean by the range of motion here. So I like to stand a little bit in front of it, keep my ass out, and pull back. Pull my hips forward as I do these. Get a good stretch on my hamstrings. Kind of let my ass dip back. And you can see how it works. You can see the good stretch I get in my hamstrings. All right, next up we got the adduction machine. I talked about before how working your adductors is really important. A lot of people neglect their adductors. They get so focused on quads and hamstrings, it's the only thing they think about. And when the adductor actually makes up a third or more of your actual leg size, gives you that huge look here on the interior. It actually makes your quads look bigger. You can see here how my adductors pop out. And you don't get that unless you train adductors. So you got to do wide stance squats, like a sumo squat, or the adduction machine. I usually start off with the adduction machine and do some sort of wide stance squatting movement afterwards. So we're going to do the hip adduction machine first. All right, so the hardest part of this thing is getting in the damn thing to begin with. I always sit up and then sort of slide myself in, and then I get it adjusted so I get a good stretch. And I pull it in with my hands so I don't fucking tear my groin. And I let it stretch out as wide as I can. You don't need a ton of weight on this, but you want to get a good stretch. This is great for building your adductors. I like to start off with this so I can get my adductors sort of pre-exhausted before I go to a wide stance squat. All right, next up we're going to do goblet squats with a dumbbell, and when I talked about doing a wide stance squat, sometimes I'll do belt squats. I really like goblet squats with a dumbbell. Another option you could do a sumo squat with a barbell or a Smith machine, but you want to get your feet out wide, toes turned out like a duck, and you're going to squat like this. So that's how you would do a goblet squat for your adductors, and that's going to really work your adductors and get your adductors engaged. All right, so like I said, get a wide stance. I like holding it between my legs. I know some people bring it up top, but this way I don't get my back engaged so much. And then keep upright, keep vertical. Don't let your back get into it, let your adductors do the work. All right, folks, so that's a wrap for this one. That is my hamstring and adductor workout. It's very simple. Like I said, in the off season, I'll do a little more volume than what I had today. I'm 3 weeks out from my show, so we're kind of modulating the volume, pushing it down to more minimum effective volume. Right now, I'm just trying to maintain size, not gain. I don't want to get hurt, just kind of coast into the show. It's not to say that you shouldn't train hard. I still train hard, but I'm not really going to be gaining any muscle at this point, and that's it.
Coaching or consultations, head over to www.anabolicbodybuilding.com to book your spot today. I can help you with optimizing hormones, fat loss, muscle gain, physique, athletic performance, nutrition, and health. For more information, shoot me an email at bigp3rd@gmail.com.